Okay, it's the Week 8 Thursday Night Football preview. Best game of the season, and it's not even close. It's really not even that close. Packers-Cardinals, but there are some catches, so stay tuned for that. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Fun NFL. We got a big Week 8 Thursday Night Football preview. Or Thursday Night Football game, actually. Packers at Cardinals. Cardinals undefeated. Packers 6-1. They won 6 in a row. The two hottest teams in the NFL. If anyone cares, games on Fox, NFL Network, and if you have Amazon Prime, and you don't have cable, watch it on there. So yeah, that's gonna be the game, basically. But for the Packers, they got Aaron Rodgers starting, Aaron Jones, Davante Adams is out, and Allen Lazard. Davante Adams has, at the very slim chance, he can't play if it's a false positive. Good chance it won't be, though. So, yeah, he's not going to play. So, basically, their two best receivers are out. So, they're going to be relying on a guy named Randall Cobb, if you didn't know. Yeah. Equanimeous St. Brown and Amari Rodgers. They're not bad receivers. They're just inexperienced and not great. Randall Cobb being the slot receiver. Robert Tonyan, Mercedes Lewis, balls are going to be coming your way. Elgton Jenkins, John Runyon, Lucas Patrick, Royce Newman, Billy Turner. So, yeah, their offensive line's looking normal. But David Bakhtiari still hasn't come back. He's probably going to have to. Then you got Dean Lowry, Kenny Clark, Kingsley Keke, Preston Smith is questionable. Whitney Merciless is behind him. Devondre Campbell, Chris Barnes, Rashad Gary, Eric Stokes, Adrian Amos, Darnell Savage, Kevin King is questionable. Rasul Douglas, Shannon Sullivan, Isaac Yiadom. And then they have, a lot of guys on IR. Well, not really that many. MVS, Josh Myers, Chauncey Rivers, Randy Ramsey, Jair Alexander, Will Redmond, and Zadarius Smith are all on the IR. Yeah, they're not looking too healthy. Then we go to the best team in the NFL. Kyler Murray, of course, starting. Chase Edmonds, James Conner. D-Hop is questionable, probably will play, though. A.J. Green behind him, along with Christian Kirk and Rondell Moore, who, if you have realized by now, are good players. Zach Ertz really helping them at tight end. They really needed help there with Max Williams. We'll get to. But yeah, Zach Ertz has been pretty good. DJ Humphries, Justin Pugh, Max Garcia is questionable. I do not want Sean Harlow playing center. He is a left guard. He's been that his whole career in college, and yeah. Josh Jones and Kelvin Beachum. Offensive line is not going to move right. I'll put it that way. They're going to have to move differently because they're not going to be prepared for this. They're going to have to adjust to the scheme that the Packers are playing because if you haven't realized by now, it is unique. J.J. Watt is out. That's huge for the Cardinals. But Mike Leakey, Fotu, and Jordan Phillips are going to have to step up. And if you haven't realized by now, those guys are not bad players. Rashard Lawrence is questionable. He will play, though. I can guarantee that. Because Michael Dogby is not going to start. They already put a report out about that. Zach Allen also there. He's not a bad player. Chandler Jones, Jordan Hicks, Isaiah Simmons, Marcus Golden, Zaven Collins, Byron Murphy Jr., Jalen Thompson, Budda Baker, Robert Alford, Antonio Hamilton, Marco Wilson. They have Charles Washington, Ezekiel Turner, Kylie Fitz, Jack Crawford, Justin Murray, Rodney Hudson, and Mac Williams on the IR. So, yeah, you'll look at it. It's not the biggest nightmare, but it's not exactly ideal for both teams, especially with J.J. Watt out, but they're going to have to work with it in a huge matchup. Either way, for the Packers offense, keep it simple. That's what they're going to have to do to beat the Cardinals. If the Cardinals are going to be thinking they're doing all this wacky stuff, They're not. They shouldn't. They should just keep it simple. Run the ball efficiently. That's always gonna be. That's always gonna be key. Play action. That's gonna be huge. Play action will. If they're able to run the ball effectively, this defense hasn't really gotten that many teams trying to run the ball against them. The Titans didn't really do it because they were down by a lot. But if they are able to run the ball efficiently, the play action will come. These linebackers are not amazing. And protect Rodgers, that's another key. Their offensive line is coming together a little. Their movements have been a lot better. The way they move together looks really fluent. A lot of things like that. So yeah, the Packers offense, they just got to keep it simple by running the ball, play action, stuff like that. And just do the offensive line has to step up. Packers defense stopped the run and contained Murray with no big plays over the middle. If they play awesome defense over the middle, their boundary guys won't allow separation. I'll put it that way. They don't give them the outside, but if their middle linebackers and safeties are able to take away everything over the middle, the Packers are gonna have the Cardinals are gonna have a hard time moving that football. Contain Murray. If he gets 5 yards and it's not third down, they're okay. Third and long, keep everything in front of you. That's kind of simple defense. What I mean by that is don't let Murray run. Then stop the run. If they're able to stop the run, the Cardinals are not gonna be able to do much. They cannot just pass the ball. They're not that team. Like some other teams are. They can't win that way, like some other teams can. But they're not going to win if they can't run the ball. Pretty simple. It's just that's how they run their team. For the Cardinals offense, it's a lot, but it's not really that overthinking it compared to some of the game plans they've had, which are actual NFL game plans, are about 50 pages long. Either way, for the Cardinals offense, I said run the ball, protect Murray. Don't see that as much of an issue, considering how their offensive line, the tackles have not been playing bad. Throw to Hopkins and Ertz in the red zone. That's going to be key. DeAndre Hopkins is probably the best red zone receiver in the NFL right now. With Devontae Adams out in this game, he's going to be the guy that they need to look to. And if he's not open, get it to Zach Ertz because he will get in the end zone. He's done that his whole career. And then Kyler Murray has to run the ball, and he has to slide because there's nothing bad that's going to happen if Kyler can run for 5+ yards and slide. If they do it 5+ times when he runs and he slides, the good chance they're going to be good runs. And that aggravates the defense. Kyler won't get hurt, which will be big for them. It's just super advantageous for them, if you haven't already realized. Then for the Cardinals defense, stop the run and pressure Rodgers. I think the stopping the run part will be an issue at times, but if they're able to really play physical, don't see it that much because J.J. Watt really does take up 2 guys, which can be good for them. But then pressure Rodgers, I think that could be really fun for the outside linebackers. Marcus Golden's shown he's a really good run stopper. Not the greatest pass rusher. That's why I think they should have kept Hassan Reddick, gave him his money instead of signing J.J. Watt. Yeah, J.J. Watt's a great player, but Hassan Reddick will get off the edge either way. Chandler Jones is gonna have to feast if they're gonna want to have if they want to dominate them, which I think they can. Either way, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the week's 8 keys to the game Thursday night football preview. Big game. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll be there for the recap on Friday. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the World Series. A lot of other stuff happening. Either way, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed.